Hello guys, welcome to the fiction series. Today we are gonna see, what if Naruto got harem with Moka, Kurumu and Mizore? The movie. Huge shout out to KingBeasta for this story. If you want more awesome fanfiction like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So without wasting any time, let's get into the video. The three riches and famous devils have just arrived at Yokai Academy, and they are each S-class monsters that are powerful enough, surpassing the very legendary vampires. It's a normal day at Yokai Academy, with Sukun Ono getting his blood sucked out by Moka Akashiya, Kurama Kurono hugging his arm, Mizore Shirayuki hiding behind a tree, and Yukari Sendo hugging onto his other arm. So it's basically a normal day at the school, but suddenly all the males and females crowed, forming a huge circle shattering around, while Sukun and friends wondering what's happening. When people start to scatter around, you see three students. Usually this wouldn't bring a huge commotion, but these three students are the rich and most powerful monster. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, the nine-tailed fox, heir to the Kishin Yukai and heir to the Uzumaki Namikaze Corporation, who are a well-known company that manufactures medicine and new medic technology. Naruto looks like from Tale of Augusti Ninja. Flameso Zen, a phoenix heir to the Phoenix clan. Flameso is the heir to Zen Industry, who specialize in business with vehicles, and heir to the dojo. Flameso has short, spiky red hair and yellow eyes. Datinet Jinsakunaha, a Baskerville heir to the Jinsakunaha clan and dojo. They focus on business, medicine, and advancing everyday things such as building, teachings, equipment, weapons, and clothes. Datinet has midnight blue hair, yellow eyes, and a yellow triple triangle tattoo on his left face below his eye. Moka, Kurumu, Yukari, and Mizore are shocked at seeing the three most powerful monsters. Especially Naruto Uzumaki, who is the same race as Kyo, but unlike Kyo, Naruto has 9 tails instead of 4 tails like Kyo. And Naruto is much nicer and kinder. Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet look at Sukun's group. Naruto lays his eyes on Moka, Datinet lays his eyes on Mizore, seeing her hiding behind a tree, and Flameso sees Kurumu. Each girl blushes when the three boys looking at them. Naruto smiles cheerfully. Flameso gives a half smirk showing his fangs, and Datinet also gives a half smirk, causing each woman to blush deep red. While Sukun growls and jealously. What's so special about them? asked Sukun, seething in jealously. Ah, is Sukun jealous? asked the grinning Yukari. Sukun looks shocked, shaking his head in embarrassment. What, of course not, exclaimed Sukun. What's so special about them? Sukun, those three are famous in the Yukai world. They're from the richest and most powerful, rivaling the S-class vampires, said Yukari, with her chest popped out, happy that Sukun is paying attention. Kurumu gains a tick mark for Yukari gaining so much attention at seeing Yukari gaining all the attention. Igaki, don't act so smug, that's not very knowledgeable. Everyone in Monster World know who Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet are. Only the ignorant fools and dumb people don't know who those three are, yelled Kurumu, glaring down at Yukari. As she glares back at Kurumu, the group's sweat drops at the scene. Which is an everyday thing, but still never gets old, seeing a teenager glaring down at a kid. Ah, powerful, said Mizore, who suddenly appeared next to Sukun, shocking everyone and giving them a heart attack. Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet snicker at the comedic scene. Well, that's something you don't see every day, you know, said Naruto. True, especially that one with purple hair sure is interesting, said a passive Datinet, happy getting away from the fanboys/fangirls. Agreed, I can tell those guys cause a lot of problems, said Flameso, having a half smirk at the idea of somebody possibly changeling him and his friends. True, Flameso, but let's ask them where is the chairman office is, said Naruto. As Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet walked over to the newspaper group. As they were walking over, each girl blushed. It's quite understanding since they are handsome, powerful young men. OMG, he's hot. Wait, did I just said that I thought I liked Sukun-kun/koi/funzoka, thought each of the girls. Sukun looks over to the girls, seeing them blush. Man, what the hell do those three got? I don't, well, I guess they're handsome, powerful, rich, god damn it, it's not fair, thought Sukun, who's now having its own personal pity party. That Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze is strong, I say, take him as your mate, demanded inner Moka, looking Naruto with lust and hunger. Beep, but what about Sukun-kun, said a blushing, stuttering Moka. What about him? He's weak and not even strong. Mating him would make weak offspring, and besides, don't you want to be with Uzumaki? You always did have a crush on him when you were young, said inner Moka, as she's trying to convince outer Moka to going out with Naruto and not Sukun, who has yet to ask her out. OMG, it's Flameso Zen, who's from a royalite. You think he doesn't go for the royal types, but mom told me his family isn't like that. Maybe he's my destined one, and not Sukunkoi, thought Kurumu, as she turns atomic red of thinking of her destined one being someone like Datinet. Ah, Datinet, thought Mizore. As Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet walk in front of the newspaper club, the three boys give them a half bow showing their respect. Naruto rubs the back of his head nervously. We're new here, but he don't know where the chairman office. Do you guys think you can help us out? Asked a grinning Naruto. They nodded and Moka walks in front of them with light blush on her cheeks. Why yeah, it's over there, said Moka, pointing at a very large building with 2 dead trees on each side. Thank you, said Naruto, as he waves at them, going to fairly large building. Well, she was cute, said a cold and passive Flameso. Yes, she is. I might ask out that vampire, said a Naruto, smirking. The group then make it the large building, seeing a double-sided door. They see the headmaster Tenmei Mikigami sitting in his chair with his usual grin, looking at the three monsters. Alright, old man, what the funk do you want, and why call us to this school? Asked Datinet, glaring at Tenmei. Tenmei grins. Wouldn't at this, I've called you boys here to keep an eye out for anyone disturbing the peace at this school, and I have a feeling Fairy Tail will start making its move. Said Tenmei. The three boys are shocked at hearing Fairy Tail. And what about the humans? Said Flameso, glaring at Tenmei. Ah, you mean Sasuke? I originally planned to use him to lure him out, but now I've got you three, I don't need him. Each of them nodding. It that all? Asked Naruto. No, one more thing, when the public safety community starts showing up, I want you to end them, said Tenmei in dead serious face, causing them to each smirk. Naruto then smirks at how he's allowed to finally put Q in his place. He honestly hated Q. He found his arrogance increasingly annoying, and now he gets the chance to finally kill that self-arrogant idiot. He always saw Q lower than himself, and now he's going to prove it. Now that's all taken care of, here's your class schedule. Giving the boys their pieces of paper, the boys each left. I can tell with those three around here everything has just got exciting, said Tenmei as he chuckled. Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet made it to homeroom, where they see a blonde with cast ears. She blushed at seeing the boys. Are you boys the new students? Asked Nikanome, but feeling like face palming herself when the headmaster said Naruto, Flames, Datinet will be in her class. Yeah, we are. My name Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze Databeo. Causing each girl to blush at the guys to glare and jealous of a new pretty boy. I'm Flameso Zen, said Flameso in a cold tone, making everyone shiver. My name is Datinet Jinsakunaha, said in an uncaring tone which made everyone think he has one of those brooding and emo people, which he wasn't. Thank you for the introduction, Boggs. Now how about you three sit behind Mizore Shirayuki? They each nod, going to their assigned sets. Mizore blushes when Flameso winks at her. Thus starts the first day when newspaper club meets three princes. As the math teacher walks by, all the boys are in awe at her beauty. Who the hell is that? Said a boy. That's the hot math teacher Ririko Kagome, said another boy. I've never seen her, said a student. She was in the last episode, dude. Suddenly the wind picks up, giving everyone a panty shot, causing every guy to have a nosebleed. In class, Ririko is jicing her lesson. Right now let's take out formula area of a circle 2 and use it to derive this cone on the board, K, said the cheerful blushing Ririko. K, said everyone in response. So bored, so this is what being bored to death feels like, thought of very bored Flameso, letting his mind wander. God, I already know this bullshit well. At least seeing the confused and scared face of that pathetic human is quite entertaining, thought Flameso, enjoying seeing Tsukun struggle as Ririko calls him on to answer the problem. Flameso, Datinet, and Naruto snickers at how Tsukun not knowing how to solve the answer. Then again, each of the boys were tutored at a young age. That means you're supposed to listen to the teacher, so do it again and I'll give you a spanking. We're getting close to finals, you know, you need to focus on the task, said Ririko. Oh no! I'd forgotten all about finals. At this rate I'm going to get an F in the finals, yelled a very panicked Tsukun. Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet go to Naruto's room to watch TV and smoke weed. Unlike everyone else, they were ready for the finals. It pays that your tutors have a degree in math. Around the large room is chips, pizza, Sprite, and weed brownies. The boys are watching Batman, Mask of Phantasm. Man, this movie is dope as funk, said Naruto. Yep, a true work at art, said Datinet. What the hell did you expect he is Batman, said Flameso as Flameso grabs some pizza. He then inhales a large breath with smoke coming out. I'm going to ask out Kurumu-chan, declared Flameso. How, said both Naruto and Datinet, not sure how to take what their friend said. So, when you gonna do that, Flames? Asked Datinet as he stuffs his mouth with Cheetah Pops. I plan to do it now, then later. Unlike that stupid human, I know what I want, and I ain't no funkin' beep, said Flameso as he puts out his blunt then gets ready to go looking for her. Do you even know where the hell she is, you know? Asked Naruto with his eyebrow raised up. That shouldn't be a problem. You seem to forget, Naruto, that I'm able to sense others people's aura, even I only met them once, said Flameso. Naruto then nervously laughs while rubbing his head, wondering how the hell he forget about Flameso being able to do that. See y'all guys. Oh yeah, on the side note, if you're really interested in Moka and Mizore, I say pursue them before they believed Sukun is their lover or whatever. I don't care what you two do, really said an uncaring Flameso. Naruto and Datinet both sweat drop at this. Do you think Kurumu really ain't going to go after someone cold as Flameso? Asked Datinet. Datinet, you're no better, said a deadpan Naruto. True, said Datinet as both of them continued to watch the movie. With Flameso then stops at a light pole. He loses his eyes concentrating on the aura of Kurumu. He then sees various auras of everyone. He sees Naruto, which is orange-red, Datinet, whose is gray, Moka, whose is blood-red, Mizore, who is icy blue, Yukari, whose is tan, Sukun, whose is brown, and finally Kurumu, whose is dark purplish-pink. Flameso then smirks. I found you. There's no way I'll allow that human to have your heart when he can't even decide what he wants, said Flameso as he runs to the cafeteria, seeing Kurumu at the vending machine buying some orange juice. Flameso speed walks over Kurumu, sees the handsome Flameso walking towards her. Oh my god, what is he doing here? Wait, that's stupid, he's probably going to buy something, thought Kurumu, but that doesn't help her mind coming up with crazy scenarios. Hey Kurumu-chan, can I call you Kurumu-chan, said a confident Flameso as he admiring her beautiful face. Sure, you can call me Kurumu-chan if I see I can call you Flameso-kun, quelled Kurumu, then quickly covers her mouth at what she just said. Flameso smirks at this. So how goes study? I heard you and your friends were having a study session, asked Flameso. Why yeah, we're all study. What about you and your friends? Asked Kurumu, wanting to know more about Flameso. Actually, we don't need to study, said Flameso as he enjoys the shocked face of Kurumu. You see, we all had tutoring when we were young, and said tutors have a degree in mathematics, so by the time we were 13 we already knew what you guys are learning in high school, said Flameso. Kurumu mouth drops to floor hearing about his education as a child. Oh funkin' god. Handsome, smart, strong, and powerful. Wow, he's a keep and actually kinda better than Sukunkoi, thought Kurumu, who's deep in thought, wondering who she should go for, the boy she knew or this new boy. Shin feels like she's being stared at. She sees Flameso yellow piercing eyes. Kurumu then blushes at the feeling of Flameso staring at her. So Flameso-kun, what are you doing here? Asked a nervous Kurumu. Oh, I wanted to ask you out to be my girlfriend, said a confident Flameso, showing he isn't someone nervous or a person to break down under pressure. If Kurumu was blushing now, then she's now blushing atomic red at seeing her second crush just straight up asked her out. I don't know what abo out, Sukunkoi, said a now unsure and nervous Kurumu. Oh, you mean the idiot who can't even tell which girl he want, the vampire, the succubus, the child witch, or the snow girl? Flameso then exhales some. Breathe seriously, though you claim you girls all like him, but has he took any of you girls on a date, or even tell you're gorgeous, or even pay attention to you? I swear it seems like he only gives a shit about the vampire, and just stringing you all around, said Flameso as he looks at her. That's not true, Tsukunkoi likes me, I just have to show him my love, then what, he'll sweep you off your feet? I'm sorry Kurumu-chan, that's just hopeful thinking. Has he ever look at you the same way he looks at Moka? Asked Flameso. She then shakes her head no. Kurumu then thinks of all her trying and advancing as to trying to get Tsukun to like her, but all failed. She then decided to give Flameso a shot. Okay, I'll go out with you Flameso-kun, but no grabbing my boobs, ass, or trying to kiss me when I'm not ready, declared Kurumu. Flameso just sweat drops at this. You know I'm not a sexual deviant, right? Said Flameso with his right eyebrow raised. Kurumu blushes at this. I'll see you tomorrow, K, said a nervous Kurumu. Flameso smiles in return, nodding his head. He then gives her note of paper with his room number on. If you want to visit me and get to know me more, just come to my room, said Flameso. He then walks away waving her goodbye. When he vanishes, Kurumu collapses and blushes at the fact she's dating someone. Next day with Sukun and friends. I guess I bet get going guys, says a depressed Sukun. To Ririko-sensei's right, I did talk to some older students who took math before. They say she's so crazy with teaching she goes overboard with it, said Kurma, as she gives Sukun some information. Yeah, anything else? asked Sukun. Kurumu then goes in a rant about the boys staring at her breast, then blushes at thinking if Flameso stared at her chest, and then her and Yukari get into their usually squabble. Sukun has a fantasy about the girl in bikinis and sexual poses, with Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet. So, how did it go? asked Naruto. Flameso smirks in return. It worked, didn't it? said Datinet. Hell yeah, it funking work. I mean, he knew she had a crush on me. As I say, unlike that human, I know what I want, said Flameso. The next day, Naruto, Datinet, and Flameso are walking in the hallway, seeing what happened to Moka as she fell to the ground looking distressed. Naruto walks over. Hey, you alright? said a curious Naruto as he has his hand out. Moka then shakes her head and grabs her hand as Naruto pulls her on her feet. Oh, it's nothing, said a sad Moka. Naruto raises his eyebrow at the comment. Really, it sure doesn't look like it. I guess it's your business. I'm not one to butt into other people's business. I guess I can't help it seeing a cute girl like yourself and sad, said Naruto. Moka blushes at this and nods her head. Thank you, Naruto-kun, said Moka as she walks away. Naruto and his friends continue going to their classes. He then feels Flameso and Datinet staring at him. What, said Naruto, as both Datinet and Flameso have a comedic anime face. You like her, said Flameso and Datinet. Suddenly they hear a scream. Naruto and Flameso grabs onto Datinet as a red portal appears below them, showing Ririko in her monster form forcefully trying to put math into his head. So this is how you tutored your students, said Naruto as he glares at Ririko-sensei at how she's abusing her abilities. Yes, this how I do my tutor. Less Ion now leaves, said Ririko as she gives them a seductive smile. At this point Moka sees and leave the idiot as you tutor him. Yeah, no, how about me and my friends kick your sorry ass, said Naruto. Ririko, feeling enraged, tries to use her slam it onto Naruto, but Flameso caught it. He moves with incredible speed and punches her in the cheek. She groans. As she tries to get up, she touches her face, feeling a burning sensation. She looks at a mirror, seeing her face burnt. The rest of Tsukun group shows up just in time to see or not see Flameso punched her. All the girls heard of his prowls, but the girls are still shocked at seeing the speed Flameso achieve. Flameso glares coldly at her while on the sideline Kurumu has hearts in her eyes seeing how badass he is. What the hell are you, demanded Ririko. You're really asking a real stupid question, said Flameso in a cold term. You really a funking idiot. Everyone knows what kind of monsters I am, but I guess I will tell you I am a Fanx, but you aren't even worthy, said Flameso. Ririko, feeling angry at this, charges at Flameso. Flameso/Kun, watch out, said everyone except Naruto and Datinet, who have grown up with Flameso and actually see him fight. Flameso raises his finger, shooting gold yokai flame out of his finger at Ririko. When it hits her, a medium size of yokari fire explodes, showing a half her body burnt. So you learn your lesson, trash, said a glaring Flameso. Yes, I have, said Ririko, who's nearly about to be unconscious with anime swirls in the eyes. Yeo alert, that's my Flameso-kun, yelled Kurumu, with everyone looking at them with anime-like wide eyes. Wait, said all her friends. Oh, did I forget I'm dating Flame-kun now, said a nervous, blushing Kurumu. What, said everyone? The next day Tsukun is frustrated since everything he knows from tutoring he's forgotten. Seeing this, Moka can't help but feel bad. She gives him her notes. Naruto then stands behind her, then taps her shoulder. She looks behind her, seeing Naruto standing behind her. Oh hey Naruto-kun, what is, asked a blushing Moka. Can I talk to you outside, asked Naruto, which he ignores the jealous look on Tsukun. Sure, Naruto-kun, said Moka as they both walk outside of the hallways. All the girls/boys are seething in jealousy, especially Tsukun. So what you wanted to talk about, Naruto-kun, asked Moka. I heard a rumor, said Naruto. A rumor? Asked Moka in curiously like tone. Yes, a rumor. Supposedly only Tsukun can take off the Rosario, said Naruto, looking at her while Moka is wondering what he wants. Yes, it's true, only he can, said Moka. What if I could change the seal on the Rosario, allowing you to change into your vampire form? Said Naruto. Why, you mean? Asked Moka. Yes, I'm very close to changing the seal of items. All it will take is a few days. Would you like that? Said Naruto. Yes, I would. Thank Naruto-kun. If you can change seal allowing me to change into inner Moka, then I can be more useful, and at least that way inner Moka can walk around. I sort of feel bad. She's always inside the seal and never out unless the Rosario is off, said Moka. Inside the seal. Inner Moka is shocked hearing what outer Moka said. Outside the seal. Moka then shows her gratitude by sucking on Naruto's neck, allowing her to blush at what she just did. Tsukun is pacing around at the bus stop waiting for the girls to get here. Hey you, said Moka. Usually Tsukun is on her mind. This time Naruto Uzumaki, as she just couldn't get over his blood. It tasted way more better than Tsukun. Naruto's blood was rich and sweet. Moka and Tsukun are doing their usually name-calling thing, but inside the seal you can see a tick mark on the Rosario. Inner Moka, who's obviously annoyed at their daily thing. Tsukun, you're early. We weren't to meet for another half hour, said a smiling Moka. I said, Tsukun, unable to form a complete sentence. Oh wow, Moka looks incredible in that outfit she got on today, thought Tsukun. I must look weird, huh, says a blushing Moka. No way, you look amazing, yelled Tsukun. You really think so, said a cheerful smiling Moka. Yes, I totally do, said Tsukun. I'm so glad, said Moka. I hope Naruto-kun thinks I look great too. Wait, what, I like Tsu Kuni-kun? Thought Moka. You're an idiot, outer. It's obvious, isn't, said inner Moka coldly. What's obvious? Asked Moka, not really understanding it. Inner Moka groans at her other self. You obviously like Uzumaki, said inner Moka. Why you think Naruto-kun will like what I'm wearing, asked Moka as she blushes. He had to be a funkin' idiot not to, said inner Moka, cutting off the link. Hey Moka, Moka, says Sukun as he's trying to get Moka's attention. Yes, Sukun, said Moka. I said it's great that our summer break starts, says Sukun. Oh yeah, I can't wait, says a bubbly Moka. Sukun then scowls at remembering who else is coming along. Flashback. A trip, yelled Sukun. That's right, this year for the summer trip the newspaper club is going to the human world. Also we're bringing some new recruitments, said Nikanome, who's in a cat-like pose. Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet walk in the club room. Kurumu blushes seeing her boyfriend and Mizore and Moka both blush seeing Naruto and Datinet. Hey everyone, says Naruto with his fox-like grin showing his fangs. Are you sure this a good idea, says a scared Sukun. Of course it will be fun if I'm with you and helping, said Nikanome as she sweat drops. What are you scared of the human world, says Datinet as he glares at Sukun. Yeah, I get to spend time with my Flameso-kun, said a blushing Kuruma. Flashback end. Moka and me in the human world, I don't know if I should be happy or not, thought Sukun. You know I'm a bit nervous. I told you how I lived in the human world in junior high, and how I hated humans the whole time, said an uneasy Moka. That's right, are uncertain about going, asked Sukun. A little, to be honest. I think I'm still worried about it. I'm really afraid what might happen. But I'm totally fine with it as long I'm with Sukun and maybe Naruto-kun, said Moka, though she said the last part to herself. Then, to ruin the peacefully loving moment, Sukun starts staring at her chest, which inner Moka tells her. Moka then steps away from him, not really liking his pervert ways. The rest of the group appear along with Naruto wearing a short-sleeve orange Chinese shirt, black Levi's, and black Jordans. Flameso is wearing a yellow tank top with a blood-red lightning bolt in the middle. He's wearing gray jeans, and yellow and black Nikes. He's also carrying Kuruma on his back. She tries to get him to blush by rubbing her breast on him. Datinet is wearing a white button-up shirt, a gray leather jacket, black pants, and black and purple Nikes. He's also wearing a cruise captain hat. What the hell were you doing, asked Datinet. Moka Sukun both freaked out hearing Datinet's comment, and jumped far away from each other. Suddenly Nikanome arrives with a bus. Hey guys. This is the bus we take for club activates. Pretty neat traveling to the human world, right? So, let's all be happy and have a great time, yelled Nikanome. On the bus, Kurumu is sitting on Flameso's lap. Datinet is sitting next to Mizore, asking her about how she's doing and just chatting while he enjoys her blushing face. And Naruto and Moka are sitting next to each other while Sukun is sitting with Yukari glaring at Naruto. He wanted to sit next to Moka, but nope, Naruto stole his seat. Well, at least I get to sit next to a cute Yukari, thought a very perverted Sukun. Seriously though, in the last episode he was pervying on Yukari, whose was in a bikini, who is a child likes around 12 or 14. So you skip trying to take makeup classes, said a smirking Flameos. Since the past weeks they have been able to get to know each other, and are a lot closer. But baby, I wanted to spend summer with you, said Kuruma as she buries her breast into his head. Datinet and Mizore snicker at this while Naruto and Moka are laughing at the two couples. Well, they sure are getting, don't you think, Moka-chan, said Naruto while grins at her. Moka then blushes at him, calling her Moka-chan. Yes, Naruto-kun. Naruto-kun, can I ask you something, asked Moka, who shyly looks down, avoiding Naruto to see her blushing face. Did you get mad when I suck your blood, asked Moka. Naruto then looks at her, then grins, causing her to blush. Not really, Moka-chan, it actually feels relaxing, said Naruto. He then laughs seeing her blushing face, which causes her to blush more. So why you ask this, Moka-chan, asked Naruto, wondering why she's asking this question. Well, every time I sucked Sukun's blood he always freaks out, said downcast Moka. Well, I guess you're lucky I ain't him. Seriously, I would be so happy if I had a cute sweet girl like yourself always next to me, said Naruto. Moka blushes when her crush Naruto calls her cute and sweet, causing her face to turn crimson red. Maybe Inner is right that I should, but here thought is interrupted by Tsukun saying he's home. So I take it you lived in the human world before, asked Naruto. Tsukun just nods at that. Moka then saves his ass, saying he lived in the human world before coming to Yokai. Is that so? We've also been in the human to countless times at that, right, Datinet, said Flameso, as which Datinet nods, which causes Mizore to say in human world. The group arrive at the beach with Flameso and Datinet building sand castles, which by the way look like a funky castle. Kurumu is amazed at her boyfriend's sand building skills. Wow, you're so good, Flameso-kun, said Kurumu. Flameso smirks at this. Yeah, thanks, Kurumu-chan. Back when the guys ABDI were little we used to always build sand castles. Datinet and Mizore are in the shade eating some shaved ice, watching everyone eating, playing volleyball. It's hot, said Mizore, enjoying her shaved ice. Yeah, you sure are, Mizore-chan, said Datinet, smirking at her, causing Mizore to blush. She then gets some shaved ice on her nose, causing the two to laugh. Naruto and Moka also building sand castles, but his looks like a pyramid. Look, Moka King's sand touch, showing Moka. She then laughs at the sand pyramid. Hey Naruto-kun, asked Moka, looking at Naruto. Yeah, Moka-chan, said Naruto, looking at the pink net man seriously. That Sukun must be an idiot for not asking her out. Thought Naruto. Inner Moka and myself wanted to know when you are going to be able to change the seal on the Rosario. Naruto-kun asked Moka. I should be done in 2 weeks. Is that okay, Vampire? Said Naruto. Moka, not able to find her voice, just nods. The Datinet the beach continue peacefully with everyone eating barbecue, relaxing, and some more shaved ice. The group then head to a sunflower garden. Flameso then glares, looking around. Everyone wonders what's with him. Hey Flameso, what's wrong? Mizore wondering what's the matter with her new friend. I sense Yokai, said Flameso. Everyone is shocked except Naruto, Datinet, and Kurumu, since the two already of their friends to since he told her. Did you say Yokai? Asked a very scared Yukari. But honey, what is a Yokai doing here? Said Kurumu, asking her boyfriend. It's not very uncommon that a Yokai will stay in the human world, but this Yokai is a witch, said Flameso. A witch, yelled everyone. Yes, and a very strong one. I suggest we leave, said Flameso. As they all leave later at the campsite, Nikanome tells the group about a witch that lives around her. After then Yokai and Kurumu have an argument. Yukari runs off, meets another witch called Ruby, who tries to get to join her side, but when Sukun arrives, Ruby gets angry at the sight of another human, causing her to attack him with her plant monsters, but Flameso saves the two by burning her flowers. The fight continues with everyone fighting against Ruby, as she declares she will not let humans destroy what she loves. I don't care about your problems, but the moment you come and mess with my friends and try to kill them is sudden death, said a smirking Datinet. I think it's time show you what a true monster is, yelled Datinet. Ah shit, he's going to transform, said Flameso, as he feels dark corrupted evil magic releasing from Datinet. What you mean, yelled Kurumu. What I mean is he's a Baskerville, a dark hound from hell, said Flameso. A black, red, and purple blast shot out of Datinet. He then transformed into a giant black hound with 20 blood-red eyes and fangs. Imagine when Alucard transformed into the Baskerville. Everyone is left shocked with a horrified look, as if they are facing death itself. Yukari is left with her eyes widened. She then suddenly starts crying with how scary and horrifying Datinet monster form looks like. Moka is trembling in fear at Datinet form. It has truly something out of a nightmare. She also starts crying. Mizore is stunned at her crushed true form. They all heard of what kind of monster Datinet family is, but not many have actually seen their monster from. Mizore knees buckles and then falls on the ground. Kurumu is also horrified and scared at Datinet's form. She held onto Flameso's shoulder for comforter. Sukun, being the coward he is, falls on his ass, quivering in fear at the sight of Datinet. Ruby is shocked and absolutely terrified and close to pissing herself seeing a Baskerville. Oh my god, is that RALID Datinet MOMO monster form? Asked the terrified Yukari. As she continues to cry, she then backs away from the scene. Yes, this is Datinet's true form, a Baskerville, a hellish hound with the ability to consume their prey, thus having their souls trapped into the Baskerville, said Naruto, gazing at the now transformed Datinet. Yukari not able to take the pressure of Datinet's Yokai energy, she then faints. As she falls, Naruto moves with speed, making the Flash proud. He catches Yukari as she collapses. Oh my god, Datinet, he really is AMMOM0 Enster, said a terrified Sukun. Sukun not being able to take the Yokai aura pisses his pants, which causes Naruto and Flameso grunt in disgust, while inside the Rosario inner scoffs at Sukun in disgust. This also made Moka promise when this is over she won't sit anywhere near him. He then faints. TSK, how pathetic. I can see Yukari fainting since she's a child, but for him to actually piss his funking pants is pathetic, said Datinet in a deep demonic voice. He sounds like Sona from Inuyasha, Swords of the Honorable Ruler. Datinet then jumps to action, destroying the plant monsters. Ruby commands many of the plant monster to attack Datinet, but he's just too fast. He opens his mouth. Take this, Shadow Scythe Razor Assault. Shadow Kamasoria Suruto, yelled Datinet as he raises his claw. As blood-red scythe appears, Datinet slashes his claw down, throwing multiple blood-red Yokai blades, destroying half of the plants. He then opens his mouth as purple Yokai energy gather in his mouth. Shadow Destroyer, Shadow Kachikaken, yelled Datinet, destroying all the plant monster. The attack caused the rock to be destroyed, causing Ruby to fly and landing hard on her ass. As she tries to get up, she sees Datinet walking towards her, as if she's his prey. It made it a lot worse with Datinet drooling as he's in front of her. He glares at her. You should be lucky I don't kill you where you stand. Now let me give you a fair warning, young witch. If you ever come after me or my friends, I'll kill you where you stand. Also tell your master don't attack us, or the head of the Jinsa Kunaha clan will kill you. I don't take people threatening my friends easily, said Datinet, glaring at her. Oh, okay, I'll inform my mama, master, said Ruby as she stutter out. Ruby then slowly leaves. Datinet then walked towards Mizore, staring at her. Tell me, are you scared me or this form? Asked Datinet as he stares into her ice blue eyes. Your true form is scary, but I'm not scared. You're still the same Datinet. I've got to know you these past weeks, said Mizore. Datinet smiles, or what looks like smiling. Thank you, my cute Snowheim, said Datinet. Mizore blushes at the comment since no one has called her cute, not even her crush Sukun. Datinet shrinks down to his normal size. Naruto then suggests they leave as he carries Yukari like a princess. Moka blushes seeing him carry Yukari, as if that's his daughter. This of course causes Moka to imagine her being the wife of Naruto Uzumaki and meeting his family. She then walks next to him. Flameso, you grab Pisgaki, ordered Naruto. Flameso scoffs at the idea of carrying Sukun but smirks since Naruto never told him how to carry Sukun. He grabs Sukun by the collar and dragging him. Kurumu then jumps on Flameso back, sucking on his ear. Not that I mind it, but why are licking my ear, said Flameso. Kurumu smirks at this. I'm trying to seduce you, baby, said Kurumu. The next day the group are in the city walking around while Yukari is scared being surrounded by a bunch of humans. Hey Yukari, how you feelin'? Asked Naruto in caring brother-like tone as he sees a teary-eyed Yukari. I am afraid of the humans, said Yukari in a scared tone. Naruto just smiles softly at her. She might be considered a genius, but she's still a kid, thought Naruto. He crouched down on his knees, rubbing her head. Hey Yukari, how about you, me, and Moka get out of this crowded city? Would you like that? Said Naruto. Yukari nods her head, holding onto Naruto's hand, showing she might be a high school student, but she's truthfully still a kid. Sukun is shocked at the sight, seeing the girl of his dreams and the cute little loli get away. Moka-chan, I was thinking mama maybe we can hang out. Yo, you know, just you and me, said a shuddering Sukun as he tries to gain courage to try to ask Moka in his own way. Moka just sweat drop and uneasy at the way Tsukun tried to ask her out. Ever since yesterday her crush for Tsukun start to slowly go away. I'm sorry Tsukun, but already promised Naruto-kun I would hang out with him, said Moka, but it was far from the truth. She never promised to hang out with Naruto, she just didn't want to be near Tsukun. All the girls can understand why Moka didn't want to be near him. I mean, would you want to be near a boy who pissed his pants even though he terrified as funk, but pissing your pants in front of a bunch girls, especially if it's the girl who's crushing on him? Sukun then drop his head in disappointment at being denied to hang out with the beautiful pink net vampire. Suddenly they hear laughing. They look at seeing Flameso laughing, holding his sides as if he's laughing in pain. Flameso then wipes away his tears of laughing, grinning evilly at Sukun, believing to be nothing but a bee approach. Hey, what's so funny? Yelled Sukun, who'd confused as why Flameso is laughing his ass off. What's funny? What's funny? God, you're stupid. What's funny is you pissed your funking pants when you saw Datinet true form, exclaimed a laughing Flameso as he tries not to laugh to death. Sukun's jaw dropped to the floor at hearing what happened to him, and now feels embarrassed and humiliated. Well, what did you accept from someone so weak? But I agree with you, it is sad and embarrassing. I mean, you accept someone like Yukari to wet herself well since she's a child, but to have you a teenage piss your pants then faint. I suppose that means Yukari is stronger than you, Shobunbuta, piss pig, said a smirking Datinet, glaring at Sukun with his piercing yellow eyes, making Sukun to quiver in fear. Moka uses this as her chance to grab Naruto's and Yukari's arm and lead them away, but since she didn't know where to go, Naruto then decides to take charge, leading them away from the huge crowd. Sukun is left embarrassed and humiliated with his hair shadowing his eyes. Flameso uses this chance to take Kurumu to the mall since him, Naruto, and Datinet actually have been in this part of the city. Datinet takes Mizore to ice cream shop, which she promptly holds Datinet's arm in deadly grip and refusing to let go. Snowheim, why are holding onto my arm so tight? Asked Datinet as they both walk away, leaving Sukun behind. Cause you feel warm, but a nice type of warm, said a blushing Mizore. Datinet just smirks at her response. She truly is cute when she's blushes or acts shy. I don't believe it, they left me, said a deadpan Sukun as he slowly falls to ground with rain cloud above his head, while everyone in the crowd just sweat drop at the idiot. With Naruto, Moka, and Yukari. Naruto and the girls is walking around a park, which has good since Yukari was really scared, but lucky for Naruto he knew the non-populated places, and this actually gave Moka a chance to get know Naruto better. So Naruto-kun have been in the human world before? Asked Moka. She looks up at Naruto. Actually yes, Flameso, Datinet, and I have on many occasions, but we always had our bodyguards with us whenever we go to the human world, said Naruto. Yukari then look up at Naruto with wonder in her eyes. Weren't you scared at being in the human world when you guys were kids? Asked Yukari. Naruto then smiles softly. Actually no, I was never scared as a kid. Even when I was a kid I was incredibly powerful, so dealing with humans weren't ever a problem. But to be frank, I absolutely hate humans. No excuse my language, Yukari-chan. I fucking hate humans with a burning passion. And when I say I hate humans, I really hate humans. They are even worse than some of the monsters," said Naruto. Both are looking at Naruto and wonder what made Naruto hate humans so much. From the sound of it, he really hated humans. Naruto-kun, why do you hate humans so much?" asked a shy, nervous Moka. Naruto then looks at her. "A few years ago, when I was 9 years old, I wandered off from my bodyguards. I was then knocked out by a human. When I woke up, I was surrounded by 50 men and women who each had a perverted look. I then realized I was inside a slave auction trade for pedophile. That was the first time I was scared. But I knew no one was going to help me, so I unleashed my power, thus burning them all alive, killing everyone. That day was when I saw humans' true color. They were monsters. They will do anything to satisfy their own greed, lust, and pleasure. Hell, they even cheat, kill, and rape. Humans are disgusting creatures," said Naruto. He sighs as he finished his story when suddenly he gets pushed back. He looks down, seeing Moka and Yukari crying their eyes out to the story he just told. They both had experienced their own treatment to humans, but Naruto's is the worst. Even inner Moka is shocked at Naruto's story. Someone so strong and powerful was almost sold to a bunch of pedophiles. At that moment she swears to claim Naruto as she own and won't let anyone see it. Naruto then rubs both of their head, telling them not to worry. With Flameso. Flameso is being dragged by Kurumu. You would think this scene is cute, but with Flameso carrying 10 or 20 different shopping bags just cause everyone to sweat drop at the scene. All the men felt sad for Flameso being dragged around like a slave, but Flameso doesn't really mind it. "Now my Flameso-kun, onto lingerie section," my red-headed boyfriend yelled, an excited, cheerful Kurumu pointing her finger at the Victoria's Secrets. This caused all the guys to blush and image Kurumu in a sexy bra and panties, and the women seethed in jealously at the busted girl and her hot boyfriend. Flameso spent his time watching Kurumu try on different lingeries. Flameso then looks at the pile of clothes and sweat drops at how many clothes she has. Flameso then shakes his head out of his daydream and see Kurumu clad in a one-piece skin-tight lingerie having 6 slashes on the sides and a triangle open design, giving her more of a sex appeal. "So what do you think, Flameso-kun?" said Kurumu in a sexy tone. "Feel with lusted." "I think you look very beautiful," said Flameso, smirking at Kurumu, noticing she's trying to make him blush. Kurumu blushes at Flameso calling her beautiful. "Oh my god, you just call me BB beautiful. Wait, why is my heart beating so fast? Wait, CC, could I be falling in love with Flameso-kun?" thought Kurumu. This is a usual game the couple would do, try to make each other blush. Through the past weeks they never actually kiss or did anything sexual. The only thing they did is hold hands and Flameso giving her a piggyback. Kurumu then grabs another lingerie outfit. Flameso just smirks smugly at his win, making her blush, and the score is Flameso 15 and Kurumu 0, said Flameso, laughing, but he had to admit he is lucky to have such a sweet and innocent girl like Kurumu. He then hears the curtain open and see Kurumu coming out in a black corset with fleurs at the end. She then gets in a sexy-like pose, trying another attempt at Operation Make Flameso blush, but she again fails, not seeing a blush. "You look gorgeous, Kurumu-chan," said Flameso, making her blush atomic red with steam coming out of her ears. Kurumu falls to the floor, punching the ground. Damn it, why can't I make Flameso-kun blush? It's not fair," said Kurumu as she fake cries. Flameso's sweat drops at this. "Hey Kurumu-chan, you ready to go? I need to do some of my own shopping. I mean, seeing my drop-dead girlfriend in lingerie, bikini, squirts, sundresses, and all types of clothing, but I need to do my own shopping, Kurumu-chan," said Flameso. Kurumu quickly gets up with the lingerie in her arms while her boyfriend is carrying the shopping bags. After that they went to several shops like Spencer's, Hot Topic, New York Coach, American Eagle, and Nike's. After that they went back to their rooms, put their clothes away, and then went to eat at In-Out. They then decided to go to this sunflower garden they heard was supposedly cursed. "So do you believe this place is cursed, Flameso-kun?" says Mizore, holding on to her boyfriend's hands. "Yeah, I do. Don't forget about that witch, and what she said about telling her master. Besides, I feel the yokai energy of another witch, but it's faint. It's almost like she's dying or near death," said Flameso. Kurumu is amazed at her boyfriend's ability. He really true is amazing, thought Kurumu. "Hey Flameso, can you tell me what your childhood was like?" asked Kurumu, looking up at her boyfriend with her purple eyes. "My childhood, in one word, it was difficult," said Flameso as he pulls out a Cuban cigar, blowing out some smoke. "Difficult in what way?" asked Kurumu, wanting to know how her boyfriend's childhood was. "When I was a child, greatness was accepted from me, so I had to focus on my training, learn politics, the way the human and monster world works," And to be honest, I barely had a chance to be a child. Most of time I spent was learning everything from my father. Hell, when me and my two brothers were training was harsh, but since I was going to be the heir, my training was even harsher. My brothers and we each had to train in weapons. My brothers Aqua and Lava both train in katanas, while I decided to train in twin blades and twin pistols, said Flameso. Oh wow, I never knew, but I'm happy I met you, Flameso-kun. You make feel special like no one else, plus you're not with me to get in my panties, you're with me for me, said Kurumu. As she starts to cry, Flameso wipes her tears away and hugs her. With Datinet and Mizore, the two are at ice cream shop called Taiga Sukaikon, a very large ice cream shop with a chibi white tiger on it. Mizore is eating a vanilla strawberry shortcake with strawberry sauce and chocolate. Datinet is eating a mocha ice cream with peanut butter cups and white chocolate cups. It's delicious, Datinet-kun. Thank you for taking me on this date, said Mizore as she blushes while staring into his yellow eyes. Datinet holds her hand, causing her hand making her blush even more. Hey Snowheim, why did you like Tsukun? Asked Datinet, wondering why she even liked that weakling. I suppose I liked him because I thought he was lonely like me and different from any other boy, but since I met you I don't feel lonely, and you actually pay attention to me and treat me well, said Mizore, suddenly looking at her hands as if they are the most important thing ever. Well, I'm glad I made you feel like you're not alone, but you seem to forget you're not alone anymore. I mean, you have your friends, said Datinet, giving her a small smile. Datinet was about to ask her out. His phone rang. Datinet then gained a tick mark at someone ruining this moment. He sees Flameso calling him. Yeah, what is it? This better be funking good, said an annoyed Datinet, wondering what the hell his friend wants. We found the witch's house. That you remember? That witch you scared the shit out of. Her master is attacking us, or I should was, until I burn every single one of her plant monsters. Naruto wants you to come with him. He confronts the witch, said Flameso, informing Datinet of the plan. Yeah, I'll be there real quick, said Datinet. He hangs up, grabbing onto Mizore's hand. Where are we going? Said Mizore. To Sunflower House. The witch has attacked our friends. Flameso destroyed her plants, but Naruto is confronting the witch. He then teleports. Arriving at the Sunflower Garden, he then rushes in the house, finding Naruto and Yukari. Good, you made it, let's get it over with, said Naruto. They then go into the main room. Seeing Ruby, he then confronts her about her master being about letting go and leave this place. Leave this place? I can't, this is my home, yelled the teary-eyed Ruby. Naruto then smiles back at her. I can understand that, but what if I bought this garden? If I bought it, then no one would try to destroy this place. I can even have my cousin Karen look after this place. Okay, I'll come with you, said Ruby. Later they meet up with Nikanome, with Naruto carrying Ruby like a bride. They all tell her of what has transpired. Naruto then taps on Tsukun's shoulder. Can I speak with you alone? Tsukun, said Naruto, but it came off more of an ordered. Tsukun's sweat dropped under the gaze of Naruto's blue eyes. Sure thing, Naruto, said Tsukun, but couldn't help but to feel scared and nervous. Naruto then leads the two away from the group. Naruto then glares at Tsukun with nothing but hate. Tsukun, Baka, I know you're a human hell. Flameso and Datinet both know. I don't care why you're still staying at Yokai, but don't come back. It isn't a place for a filthy human trash, said Naruto as he walks away. What they, I'm a human, said a terrified Tsukun. When he goes back to the group, he gets on the bus. Datinet then holds Mizore's hand, stopping her from getting on the bus. What is it, Datinet-kun? Asked Mizore. Snowheim, will you go out with me? Asked Datinet, leaving everyone mouth dropped to the floor. To answer Datinet requests, she jumped into his arms, landing a passionate kiss. Flashback 2 weeks after visiting the human world. Moka is wearing a white long-sleeve shirt, light blue jean shorts coming down to her knees, and white sandals. The pink shy vampire is giddy about visit her. Naruto-kun, wait, my Naruto-kun. I actually like the sound out of it, meeked out Moka as she makes it to his room. She decided to visit him since he told her be plans to go back home for summer. Uzumaki shall be ours, said inner Moka. Moka, not being able to voice her own option, just dumbly nodded her head. If I do go out with Naruto-kun, at least I won't have to gain his attention like with Tsukun, said Moka. Truth be told, Tsukun has been trying to apologize about pissing himself, but Moka didn't want to hear any of it since he's been complaining about her and the girls going out with / being friends with Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet. It was painfully obvious he didn't like Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet. He was also scared of the three. As she walks to Naruto's room, she just can't help but to blush at realizing she's going to be Naruto's room and the two of them alone. And that's where you take him and claim him as your mate, said inner Moka, not caring how embarrassed her other self is. Moka blushes atomic red. CL claim NR Naruto, but I can't, stuttered Moka. Why the hell not? By claiming him, we'll tell any girl that tries to claim is ours, said inner Moka. How is annoyed for not claiming Naruto as their mate. I juju just see can't th the only thing we've done is hold hands stutters out Moka. Inner Moka just groans at how shy and weak her counterpart can be. She then sets in motion of her own plan. As Moka makes it to Naruto's room, she takes a deep breath to get ready. She then knocks as she hears Naruto's footsteps. It feels like forever. It also doesn't help that her heart is beating. As the door opens, she sees Naruto Uzumaki wearing a black tank top and some camo jogger pants. She blushes seeing Naruto buff yet lean muscles. "Hey Moka-chan," said Naruto, as he flashes Moka with one of his foxy grins. Moka blushes at this. "Hello Naruto-kun," said Moka as she smiles at him. "So, how about we get started changing that Rosario," said Naruto. Moka nods her head. They then sit on the floor. As Moka looks around, can't help but be amazed how clean it is. She then turns her head, seeing a poster of a smirking Joker, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash, and Cyborg, and below their heads is Superman shooting Batman with his heat vision, and Batman who looks like he's ready to stab Superman with kryptonite. A/N. That's right, he is a player of Injustice. He must be a fan of that popular fighting game. She then looks at the other poster, seeing Kendrick Lamar, Mac Miller, Snoop Dogg, J. Cole, Anderson .Paak, Famous Dex, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Beepy, Chance the Rapper, A$AP Rocky, Tupac, Schoolboy Q, Isaiah Rashad, and Absol. Wow, at least I know what type of music he like, thought Moka as she amazed Naruto likes rap. Moka, the seal I'm going to place on the Rosario won't hurt, it'll just give you a slit sting like imagine if someone poke you with a sharp pencil, said Naruto. Moka just opens her mouth in an O-like expression. Okay, I'm ready Naruto-kun, said Moka, blushing and giving Naruto a small smile. Naruto's hand light up in golden. He then grabs the Rosario, altering the seal on the Rosario while the Rosario is being altered. Moka does feel a slight sting, just like Naruto said. It felt like someone poked her with sharp pencil. As the light dims down from Moka's Rosario has changed. Instead of being silver, it's now black with blue beads wrapped around it. The eye of the Rosario is now yellow. Moka stares at her new Rosario. She is amazed and shell-shocked that Naruto actually did it. How do I know it actually works? Asked Moka. Naruto just grins at her. Try taking off the Rosario, said Naruto. Moka trusts in Naruto words as she pulls on the new Rosario. Comes out with ease. Moka is speechless. She then starts to transform into her inner self, who has silver hair, her vampire fangs are more pronounced, and has demonic red eyes. So this is your true form, said Naruto, gazing at the smug look of inner Moka, who shows no fear, looking at a true vampire. Yes, this is my true form before the seal was placed on me, but you don't seem to be scared like everyone else, said inner Moka. I see outer Moka beautiful, but this version of his drop gorgeous, said a grinning Naruto, and something happened that no one in the group would think would ever happen. Inner Moka blushed. Naruto then laughs. Ahaha, who would think I, Naruto Uzumaki, able to make a proud vampire blush, said Naruto. Inner Moka, not taking being made fun of so easy, tries to kick him, but is shocked at seeing Naruto grab her leg and staring at her. Inner Moka smirks. It seems I was right, said inner Moka as she sits down. Naruto raises his eyebrow at the comment. Right about what? Asked Naruto. Inner Moka scoots closer. Naruto raises his eyebrow, moves back a little. Inner Moka smirks. As she moves, this continue as Naruto hits the wall, feeling unconformable with inner Moka gazing at him with hunger. Inner Moka closes and with both of Naruto's and inner Moka noses touching, able to feel each other's breath. I was right about you being a strong monster like myself, and now it's my chance, sultry inner Moka. Your chance for what? Asked Naruto as he gazes at the beautiful Silvernet. To claim you as my own, dear Uzumaki-kun, whispered inner Moka. She then grabs onto Naruto's face and crash her lips onto Naruto, leaving him shocked. He then kisses her back. For now you are mine, said inner Moka. Flashback, and ever since then the two have been texting. He even got her into listening into his music and even read some of his comic books. In the clubroom, everyone is busy trying to get their papers together, while everyone except Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet, since they were forced, watching their girlfriends stack the papers. Are you sure you don't want to help? Asked Moka, turning her attention to her boyfriend, who's playing his favorite mobile game on his phone, Digimon Heroes. Naruto looks back at her, and his game. Sorry, I really would like to, but I gotta defeat Malamitisman first, said Naruto as he continues to play his Digimon game. Moka smiles at her boyfriend, full well he doesn't want to. She knew Flameso and Datinet weren't in the club, and doing newspaper don't interest them. They'd rather do kendo or something. Why are you guys even here if you don't plan to help, said an annoyed Sukun, glaring at Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet. The boys then look at each other, then look back at Sukun as if he asked a stupid-ass question. Isn't it obviously? asked Flameso as he starts to wonder how stupid Sukun is. No, not really, said Sukun as he stares at Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet, who have a deadpan look. Datinet coughs in his hand to gain everyone's attention. Will let us educate you. We want to stare our girlfriend Baka, said Datinet. The three girls blush at their boyfriends, only at their club to stare at them. Naruto gets up from his seat. Hey Moka-chan, I'm coming back to my room to play Injustice, said Naruto. Sukun, Kurumu, Mizore, and Yukari looked confused except for Moka. Naruto taught Moka how to play Injustice, Arkham Trilogy, Mortal Kombat 10, Street Fighter, Dragon Ball Z, Xenoverse, and J-Star Victory Versus. He even taught her about Marvel and DC. What's Injustice? Asked the four students of Yokai. Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet looked shocked at the girls not knowing what Injustice, but they knew Sukun didn't know what Injustice was cause they accepted him to be into those hentai games and dating sims. You guys don't know what Injustice, said Datinet. Injustice, Gods Among Us is one of the best DC, only second best, with of course of the Batman Arkham series being number 1, said Flameso. What's Batman Arkham series, said the four students. The poor deprives girls except you, Sukun. It's pretty obvious you wouldn't play Injustice, said Naruto, Datinet, and Flameso as each of them are pointing at the human. What's that supposed to mean, asked Sukun. You're the type who would play perverted and dating games, said Flameso. Sukun looks down in embarrassment. They then turn their attention to the girls as Sukun sulks. When you hear world's greatest detective, who comes to you mind, asked Datinet looking at the girls. I'm Sherlock Holmes, says Kurumu. The boys act dramatically, clutching their hand over their heart, as if they'd been shot. What about the fastest man alive, asked Flameso. Mizore takes her lollipop out of her mouth. Lance Armstrong, said Mizore. Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet dropped to floor dramatically. Come on Yukari, we are going to my room to play Injustice, said Naruto as he picks her up. I'm okay big bros, said Yukari. We'll teach you later Mizore-chan / Kurumu-chan, said Flameso and Datinet as they run off. Jin decides to walk and we have a problem, said Jin as he explains about the public safety community shutting down the newspaper club and tells them how cruel and violent they are, and they should not sell any newspaper after that. They of course Kurumu doesn't listen and runs out and sell the newspaper, believing Jin is just being an idiot. With Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet have taught Yukari to play Injustice. Of course Yukari instantly fell in love with the game. She also was a pro at the game. Wow Yukari Nei-chan, you're good at this game, said a smirking Naruto, enjoying the embarrassed look on Yukari. No fair, Wani-kun, don't tease me, yelled Yukari with her face scarlet red. So which character do you think, Yukari Nei-chan, said Naruto as he picks the Flash and picks Flash's new 52 look. Yukari blushes nervously. Am I like Zatanna, said Yukari. I can see that, said Flameso as he watches Yukari start to stuttering. They then hear banging on the door. Naruto walks over to see a panting Moka. Naruto, you got to help Kurumu, someone from the public safety community attacked her, panted out Moka. Naruto then disappears with complete speed as he runs to the location where Kurumu is. He can sense Kurumu emotions, and someone else that must be the one who attacked and tried to shut the newspaper down. As he makes it to her location, he sees a woman with violet hair and purple eyes. Right when she's about to stab Kurumu, Naruto grabs her spider leg. Who the hell are you, said Kito, shocked at seeing the blonde-haired boy who came out of nowhere. My name is Naruto Uzumaki Nami Kazi, heir to the Kishijin Fox clan, and the Kyubi no Kitsune, said Naruto, glaring at the spider woman. Kito is shocked at hearing the blonde boy is related to Q. You're related to Kui, yelled Kito in pain at feeling Naruto ripping off one of her spider legs. She falls to the ground with blood coming out of her spider leg. Don't you ever mention that piece of scum to me, you damn spider, said Naruto. Naruto then kicks Kito in the stomach. Now tell me why are after the newspaper club, demanded Naruto. Never, I won't betray, screamed Kito as Naruto formed a fire blade and cutting off her hand. Now I won't ask again, demanded Naruto as he lowers his fire sword to her neck, burning her neck. Kito, with fresh tears in eyes, does what he wants. Kusama suspected a student by the name of Tsukun Ono being human, so we were ordered to find out if it's true and stop the newspaper since it's causing a problem with the school, said Kito. Naruto vanished his fire sword. Thank you. You have told me everything I need to know about, but I no longer need you alive, plus you work for that Kyubaka, so you die, threatened Naruto. He raised his hand and burnt her alive. See, don't get a chance to scream when she was burnt to a crisp, leaving nothing but ash. Hey Kurumu, you okay, asked Naruto. Yeah, thank you Naruto-kun, said Kurumu. Naruto smiles at Kurumu. No problem, I think you should stay with Datinet. If you're staying with him, you have a less chance of being attacked, and also I think all you girls should be careful. Now with the Public Safety Commission lurking, it isn't safe, said Naruto. He then groans as he runs his hands through his blonde hair. Damn that funkin' Q, I swear I'll kill that asshat, growled Naruto. Kurumu looks alarmed when he mentioned Q. It seemed like he knew this Q guy. Am Naruto-san, who's Q? It seems like you know him, wondered Kurumu. Naruto nodded his head. I might as well tell if I don't, you'll probably find out from Flameso or someone else, said Naruto, rubbing the back of his neck. Kurumu gives Naruto a glare and crossed her arms underneath her breasts, causing them to bounce, but the glare only made it seem like Q pout. Naruto then starts laughing at Kurumu. I bastard. Quit laughing and tell me how the hell you know this Q guy, demanded Kurumu, trying to do her best at glaring at the blonde boy. Naruto continues to laugh. He then hold up his hand in a still motion. Ahaha, alright, I'll tell you. No need to yell, Kuruma-san. Q is a member of my clan, stated Naruto, now revealing the leader who's harassing her friends, who's also Naruto's clanmate. Wait, if this Q bastard is your clanmate, doesn't this mean he's a Kishin just like you? Asked a scared and terrified Kurumu. Her and the newspaper had seen how powerful he is, but to know that a member of the people who's been harassing and threatening her friends. Naruto, seeing her scared and terrified look on the brunette succubus, Naruto then sighs loudly at the scared female. Q is a Kishin like me, but while I'm a 9 tails, he's only a 4 tails. Even though he's a weak Kishin, he's still a S-class monster, stated Naruto. Naruto never did like Q. He found his arrogance and sadistic nature incredibly annoying. Hell, his cousins Nagato and Karen want to kill him. Even Flameso's triplet siblings Aqua and Lava hate Q. Even Datinet's little sister Dela hates the arrogant fox, and that's saying something since she's actually nice and sweet and unlike her older brother. Kurumu nods her head. So, I shouldn't try anything to draw attention, asked Kurumu. Naruto, with his arms crossed, nods his head. But what about Q and his gang? What are we going to do? Asked Kurumu. Naruto looked at the succubus with his blue eyes. For now, nothing. I've already got a plan to deal with Kyubakana, asshat, and his merry band of funky Yakuza, said Naruto, but you should go to Flameso's room. It isn't safe for you walking around with Captain Asshat's Yakuza lurking, said Naruto. Kurumu nods her head and grins at the concept of her and Flameso being alone in his room. She then bows to Naruto and runs off, heading towards Flameso's room, and hopefully she and her Flameso-koi to have some cuddling time, as Naruto watches the brunette run of only leaving a dust trail of her feet. As she disappears from his view, Naruto smirks widely, showing of his pearly white canine fangs. He then turned his attention to the burned Spider-Woman. And now I shall start the next step, and soon Q, you'll be dead, said Naruto, heading towards his next destination. Naruto then begins to sing to himself, famous Dex Kanye, riding round Chicago, counting up my Legos. Baby, call me Kanye. All this money on me. All this designer on me. Baby, call me Kanye. Bitch, I'm a boss like Kanye. All this money like Kanye. All this designer like Kanye. I be getting to it like Kanye. Kanye. I'm from Chicago like Kanye. Naruto then allows his mind to trail. I wonder what's Aqua up to. Last time I talked to him was 2 months ago. And he said that he's talking to this girl, an older girl around the age of 19, thought Naruto. He then has a wide grin. Kanye. Bitch, I'm a boss like Kanye. I be getting to it like Kanye. I be in the foreign like I'm Kanye. I be getting money like I'm Kanye. Bitch, I'm a boss like Kanye. Verse, riding round Chicago, counting up my Legos. Baby, call me Kanye. I don't give a funk what he or she say. I be getting to it all day like a relay, kicking bitches out the trap. It's a new day. All these bitches want some money. Baby, you late. Giving lil babe a shot of the dust. But I can't cuff a bitch cause she two-face. But I'm from Chicago. Way to go, Aqua, scoring an older man, you damn bastard, thought Naruto. Suddenly Naruto's phone vibrates. He pulls out his phone, seeing Moka had texted. Well, Moka's true self had texted him. Where the hell are you? I'm hungry, Uzumaki-kun, and I demand you'd ski me out on a date, or else. From Moka. Naruto laughs to himself. He could almost see inner Moka glaring at him with her vampiric red eyes. I'm finna meeting someone, babe. It'll only take a few minutes. From Naruto. TSK, fine. But when you come back you'll have to repay me back with your delicious blood and let me use your phone so I can listen to Migos. From Moka. Naruto's sweat drops after he introduced her to hip-hop. She was immediately hooked. Outer Moka said she loved Kendrick, while inner Moka said she loves Jay. Cole, yeah, sure babe, see ya in a few. From Naruto. Not Santa Claus, but I got 3 hoes. Riding round in the foreign like bingo. And you can't see me, baby. Finding Nemo. I'm stacking up my money, yeah, they Pringles. I'm riding in a foreign, yeah, a Bentley. All them bitches want me. Tell them, get me. I be getting money. Man, it's scary. Bridge. But baby, call me Kanye. All this designer on me. Baby, call me Kanye. Naruto's phone go off again. Who the hell text me now, muttered Naruto. He pulls out his phone, seeing it's a text from Roxo. Roxo Mechanai is one of Naruto, Flameso, And Datinet, unlike them who go to Yokai Academy, he goes to Akuma High School. While he's a Christian, Flameso a phoenix, and Datinet a Baskerville Roxo is a ogre, a powerful one too. Out of all ogres, Roxo is one of the strongest. It also helps that he's the prince of ogres. What's up, ogre? What you need? From Naruto. Naruto lets out a relaxing breath as he blows out smoke rings. Naruto laughs as he receives a text back from his friend. "Are you fluffy ass that's Prince Ogre to you nigga," from Roxo. "Anyways, blood, I'm datin' this bitch from the swimming team. I want to know if yo ass knew her blood," from Roxo. Upon seeing the text caused Naruto's eyebrow to twitch at the fluffy comment. "My nigga, why the funk do you think I know the bitch?" from Naruto. "Because she go to your school, Roxo." Naruto narrows his eyes. He didn't know any of the females from the swimming club, but he did remembered when his girlfriend told him about the time Sukun joined the swimming club to impress her, but it turned out the girls in the club were mermaids who sucked the life out of the men. "What's her name?" from Naruto. "Her name is Tamao Ichinos," from Roxo. Naruto's eyes widened. He knew the name. It was the name of the swimming club president, Uchiha. "I know her. My girlfriend fought her when clubs were opening." "Why you ask though?" from Naruto. "The reason I ask cause I wanted to know, are you and your girlfriend down for a double date?" from Roxo. Naruto smirks, already planning his revenge. "You're sure I'm down?" from Naruto. "Alright, fasho," from Roxo. Naruto then puts his phone back in his pocket. "All this money on me, baby, call me Kanye. All these bitches on me, baby, call me Kanye. But bitch, I'm a boss like Kanye. I'm getting bitches lost like I'm Kanye. In another whip like I'm Kanye. I'd be counting chips like I'm Kanye. Hook, riding round Chicago, counting up my Legos. Baby, call me Kanye. All this money on me. All this designer on me. Baby, call me Kanye." The blonde boy then searches through his pocket and pulls out a Cuban Link cigar. He puts the Cuban cigar mouth. He then searches through his pocket, pulling out a My Neighbor Totoro lighter. The lighter is a gold butane lighter model. The lighter has Totoro in the middle. Naruto ignites the lighter. He brings the lighter to his cigar. After the cigar is lit, he puts away his cigar and blows smoke. "Bitch, I'm a boss like Kanye. All this money like Kanye. All this designer like Kanye. I be getting to it like Kanye. Kanye, Kanye. I'm from Chicago like Kanye. Kanye, Kanye. Bitch, I'm a boss like Kanye. I be getting to it like Kanye. I be in the foreign like I'm Kanye. I be getting money like I'm Kanye. Bitch, I'm a boss like Kanye." Naruto makes his way to the male dorm, standing in front of a door. Not just any door, but the door of the human Sukun. Naruto, with his lit cigar in his mouth, starts knocking on the door. The door opens. Sukun looks and sees who's at his doorstep, and to his shock and horror finds Naruto Uzumaki, the QB no Kisjun and boyfriend of his crush Moka Akashiya. Sukun knew whatever the blonde wanted wasn't to hang out, since Naruto, Datinet, Flameso, and himself weren't friends, but the human also knew the blonde didn't come to chat and talk about school. With fear laced within the human's eyes, he musters up the courage and Naruto. "WH, what are you doing here?" asked the frightened Sukun while trying to ignore the intense smell from the Cuban cigar. Naruto just sighs and blows some of the cigar smoke. He turns his attention to Sukun and glares at him with his piercing blue eyes. "We need to talk," Sukun Baka ordered Naruto. He then turns around, but upon not hearing footsteps, the blonde turns around, seeing Sukun still not moving. Naruto's eyes turn orange-yellow, with his round pupils turning into slitted, looking like a fox's eyes. At feeling the piercing and yet horrifying fox eyes caused Sukun to run out the door, walking behind the Kisjun of legend. With Moka. Inner Moka smirks at herself at telling her boyfriend to take her. Unlike her other half, she didn't like to beat around the bush. If she wanted something, she'll take what she wants and won't wait. Inner Moka was so happy when Outer Moka stopped liking Sukun. She honestly hated his cowardliness and his inability to decide. Like, for funk's sake, choose already. Song play Denzel Curry Ultimate. Verse 1. Great. Eliminate like eliminate. Hey, young boy had to penetrate. Face, young boy done caught a case. Bang, now his mama living with the pain. Wait, doctor says he's gonna stay. Let him get the senzu beans so he regenerate. Now a nigga harder than the head of the state. Denzel Curry is the new candidate. Inner Moka searches through her closet looking for something to wear on her and Naruto's next date. Uzumaki-kun took Outer on a date. "Now it's my turn," said Inner Moka, smirking victorious, but just as she was about to side the Rosario lights. "Inner, how could you speak to Naruto-kun like that?" yelled Moka. As Inner Moka, she scoffs at her innocent side. "Simple, Outer, I don't like beating around the bush. Besides, I already told you when you and Uzumaki-kun went on your date he will be taking me on a date. I don't know why you complaining. At least with Uzumaki-kun you don't have to fight for his attention," theorized Inner Moka, while she did allow Outer to talk to Tsukun, or what she likes to call him, her blood blank. Alternate, you are the opposite. Stop this shit, chop your esophagus. Bitches be bopping it, bow down and popping it, dropping it in her esophagus. She gets so nasty. In public she classy, perhaps she is able to swallow it. Girl, I can make you a star. Then I put her ass on Apollo, bitch. Bitch, I am ultimate. Behold my awesomeness. Narcissist, part-time and arsonist. Ripping through cartilage. I am the hardest, bitch. Wrap it up, put in sarcophagus. Dearly departed, it's done when it started. So now that I'm living so harmonious, feeling like Spartacus, Curry the ultimate. I am the best, there's no politics, bitch, I'm ultimate. Ultimate, bitch, I'm Hook. I am the one, don't weigh a ton. Don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the bastard's son will pop the Glock to feed himself and family. By any means, your enemies my enemies. We wet them up like a canteen. The yellow tape surrounds the fate. Don't have a face so now you late. Open the gates. Verse 2. Ultimate, infinite, flow is opium. Open the internet, photosynthesis. Put up parentheses, temporary. Very scary if I feel like Dirty Harry. Just might bust a bitch. Never knew my life. But yet the question is he fake, is he real, what the message is? Chop a bitch nigga up, I'ma sever it. When I sever shit, I kill him, no coney. These niggas ain't homies. Claim you the homie, I turn into Broly. Dropping melodic, enter the cosmic. Flow like a prophet. Lyrical toxic. Flow like a foreigner, I'm the torturer. If inner Mocha could see Mocha's face, she would see the pink net crimson frantic blushing. While I am happy I no longer have to fight for someone's attention. I just don't like the fact you're rude and so demanding of Naruto-kun. I mean you should be nicer to him, said Mocha, but she squeaked out the last part hoping not to anger her vampire self. Out of South Florida, called the coroner. Killed in the corridor, I'm the overlord. Rhymes like a sorcerer. I'm an Animorph. Bitch, I'm a beast. Nigga, you tell me who funking with me. K to the I to the N to the G. Claim you the hottest, but I disagree. Better love something than get a degree. This for Lord Infamous so R.I.P. Arrivederci. Bitches looking thirsty, riding through the dirty. Like it's mandatory. Ending of the story. Hook. I am the one, don't weigh a ton. Don't need a gun to get respect up on the street. Under the sun, the bastard's son will pop the Glock to feed himself and family. By any means, your enemies my enemies. We wet them up like a canteen. The yellow tape surrounds the fate. Don't have a face so now you late. Open the gates, end song. Inner Mocha groaned out, ugh fine, I won't be as demanding, lied Inner Mocha, not that her pink counterpart needs to know that now that I calmed her down maybe I find what I'm looking for. Inner Mocha, as she keeps searching, she found clothes that Naruto bought for her. She then grinned, showing a glint in her eye. What do we have here, said Inner Mocha in a mischievous tone. Inner Mocha finds a blue AC/DC jacket, a black Fooly Cooly shirt with Kantai on it. She also finds a Forever 21 leather jeans, and black studded goth punk rock platform high heel shoes, lace up ankle boots. She then searches for some accessories to go with her look. Inner Mocha hums to herself, now what else to wear? Said Inner Mocha, running her hand through her silver white hair. Suddenly a bright gleam hits her eyes, forcing the beautiful to turn her head to her dresser. She finds a bat headband, vampire silver Halloween gothic Victorian headpiece, and gold spiked bracelets, similar to the bracelets Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. Inner Mocha was happy with her choice. She was even grateful for her Naruto getting hooked on AC/DC, the Pretty Little Reckless, the Pillows, Linkin Park, Gorillaz, Daft Punk, Green Day, the Beatles, Puffy Amumi, Kiss, and the Japanese rock band Aphasia and Scandal. Inner Mocha smirks to herself, when Uzumaki-kun sees me wearing this he won't be able to keep his eyes off of me, said a smirking Inner Mocha. With Naruto. Naruto leads Sukun into the woods where he stops. This is good place, said Naruto as he thinks out. He then places his hand on the ground. Bright red kanji writing appears surround the whole woods into a red dome. Sukun watches as the red dome disappears. He looks up, seeing a crow getting disintegrated once it touched the red invisible dome. WH, what do you want to talk about? asked a frightened Sukun. Naruto looks into the human's eyes. He then grins widely. It's my specialty, seals this my very creation, QB sealing technique. Impenetrable dome of the king, QB Fuinjutsu. Oh no, Fukakaina Domu. As you can tell, this dome traps everyone within it and disintegrates anything that comes into contact with it. But don't worry, if you think I'm going to kill you, you're wrong. I brought you out here so we can talk alone. Now, I want you to listen. I want you to leave this school, ordered Naruto, but it came out as a demand. Out of all things Sukun suspected, he never truly accepted Naruto to tell him to go home. Leave Yokai Academy. But I can't, stuttered out Sukun, who's clearly afraid of Naruto and what he might do to him. Naruto growls when the human refused to do what he said to Sukun. This school isn't a place for you. Hell, the only reason you're even alive is because of the girls. Without them, you know you would be good as dead. Plus, none of the girls like you anyway. They see you as a perverted baka who can't decide if he wants the vampire, ice woman, succubus, Or the kid which in my opinion is disgusting that you were perving on a 12-year-old kid, said Naruto, glaring at the human. Sukune blushes in embarrassment at being caught. He honestly couldn't decide. Before Naruto, Flameso, and Datinet, he was planning on seeing which he wants and let the girls down. He doesn't have feelings for them, but sadly for the foolish human that didn't work out when Naruto and his friends arrived taking each girl, which left Sukune jealous and envious. He was especially envious he was able to get Inner Moka to like him, and he knew Inner Moka only saved him cause she saw him as a snack. Sukune stares at the blonde, staring at Kishin. You're wrong. I wasn't perving on Yukari, and I wasn't leading the girls on, lied Sukune. Naruto rolled his eyes at the obvious eyes before glaring at Sukune. He unleashed killer intent, causing the human to fall on his ass. Naruto snarls at the terrified, I don't care for you stupid excuses. Now listen, you funkin' idiot, you will leave Yokai Academy. A member from the Kishin is after all you. He knows you're human, and he'll do anything to prove it, even hurt innocence, said Naruto. Sukune is shocked at hearing another Kishin is not just at Yokai but after him. It then hit Sukune, this Kishin would hurt his friends if he doesn't leave. Naruto smiles upon seeing the realization on Sukune's face. Good, you realize it. The Kishin that's after you is Q, a cold, sadistic bastard who enjoys causing people pain. He's supposed to preserve the peace at the school, but he abuses that power. Now listen, you have two choices. One, stay here and allow your friends to suffer because of you and most likely die by Q's hands, or the second choice is to leave the school and avoiding your friends to suffer. But if you do choose the first one, Q won't kill you, but I will, threaten Naruto with his blue eyes turning orange-yellow. He then raises his hand and his hand is encased in bright yellow flames. Naruto then trails his finger down on Sukune's head, leaving a burned scar. I will not allow you to selfishly endanger my girlfriend and friends. If I have to kill you to save them, I will. Now be smart for once and pack within the next 2 hours. You better be gone or I'll kill you, Databeo, said Naruto. He then walks away, dropping the barrier, leaving Sukune, who's pissed his pants. Sukune gets up and runs back to his room and packed to leave Yokai. Naruto then opens a portal. He walks through it, and he's at Moka's door. Naruto knocks on the door. He doesn't have to wait long for Inner Moka to open it. She smirks at seeing her boyfriend. She grabs Naruto by his blazer, pulls him, and locks the door. Inner Moka licks her lips. Now to claim my prize, dear boyfriend, said Inner Moka in sultry tone. She grabs Naruto's whiskered face, open her mouth, showing off her vampiric fangs. Inner Moka, the beautiful vampire, digs her fangs into Naruto's neck, drinking his delicious blood. Inner Moka moans in excitement as she drinks her boyfriend's blood. His blood honestly tasted better than that idiot Sukune. As she sucks his blood, her cheeks turn red. Naruto chuckles at Inner Moka eagerness at sucking his blood. He then smirks seeing her blush. Ah, is the big bad vamp blushing? How uncommon for a proud vampire, teased Naruto. When Naruto's hot voice hit Inner Moka's neck, it sent chills down her spine, causing her to moan into his neck. But upon hearing the comment, growls in anger. She pulls away and playfully slaps across his arm. She then crosses her arms, causing her breast to bounce. Don't let it go to your head. I'll only allow you an outer see me blush. Got it, Uzumaki-kun, said Inner Moka, looking up to her boyfriend. She then stares at his rough yet kissable lips. Upon seeing her staring at his lips, Naruto smirks, seeing where her attention is. He grabs her smooth skin, smirking at her. He then brings his lips to her. The warrior vampire moans into his lips. She wraps her arms around his neck, bringing him closer. Naruto wraps his arms around Inner Moka's waist, bring her closer to him with her D-cup-sized breasts smashing against the blonde. She moans and squirms with her body against Naruto's warm body. This is life. Oh my god, Uzumaki-kun is such a great kisser, thought Inner Moka. She tightens her grip on Naruto, and he lowers his hands, cupping the bloodsucker's plum ass, causing said bloodsucker to purr in excitement. With Naruto's hands on her plum ass, he lifts her. Inner Moka unconscionably wraps her strong sexy legs around Naruto, moves her delighted. I think I might fall for him, thought Inner Moka as Naruto walks towards her bed. Naruto then falls backwards, having his back at the soft bed. Inner Moka then straddles Naruto. She licks his lips, demanding for entrance. Naruto opens his mouth, allowing his vampire girlfriend access. Both Kishin and vampire explore each other's mouths. Naruto sucks on her tongue, causing the Silvernet to moan. God, this woman is amazing. Well, both are amazing, thought Naruto. He grabs onto her plum ass, squeezing it, making Inner Moka purr and moan into his mouth. While the two make out, Inner Moka's blushes crimson. While the two make out, Moka is fuming at the scene. She knew both her and Inner are the same person, but she couldn't help but be envious of them kissing. Oh, Inner! Why couldn't that be me, complained Moka, but she knew she wasn't that bold. She would probably pass out if her and Naruto made out. Inner Moka skillfully uses her tongue to probe Naruto's mouth. Uzumaki-kun is mine. I won't let anyone take him from me if they to. I'll funkin' kill them, thought darkly, daring any of the females at school of trying to take her Naruto before she could enjoy the makeout session with her blonde Christian. She felt the need which air. If inner Moka could, she would want this kiss to last, but she needed oxygen, and she bet the same with Naruto. Both Naruto and inner Moka separated from each other, with inner Moka still straddling Naruto's lap. Inner Moka pants heavily with a deep blush, with a dazed and lusting look gazes at Naruto, and soon relies he to his pant, and has a deep blush. That was funkin' amazing, Uzumaki-kun, panted inner Moka, giving Naruto a seductive look. Naruto, with his hands still on her ass, smirked. Does this mean you're gonna claim me? Teased Naruto, causing inner Moka to blush in embarrassment. She shakes her head negatively. Don't tempt me. As much as I want to out her, wouldn't like it. We may be different people, but we share the same body. But claiming you does sound entertaining, suggested inner Moka, smirking at him as she unconsciously licks her lips. She then forward, staring at Naruto's blue eyes. She then places her tongue on his neck and slowly licks Naruto's neck, causing him to squirm and moan in pleasure. Inner Moka grins at this. Two can play at that game, thought Naruto. He then licks Moka's neck and trail his tongue to her jawline. Naruto then nibbles on her neck, causing her to moan in pleasure. The sound of her blush causes her to gain chills down her spine. Naruto pulls back, staring into her eyes. Inner Moka stares at him. He then licks her nose, causing her to giggle. Two can play at that game, grinned Naruto. But I must say, Moka-chan, hearing you giggle sounds beautiful, said Naruto. He then loses his grin and a serious tone. But enough playing, you know you and everyone is in danger, right? Said Naruto. Inner Moka sigh, running her hand through her silver net hair. She nods. Yeah, the Public Safety Commission if after Outer and her friends, but I'm not sure why. Trailed on. She then looks at Naruto, noticing he has an I know something you don't look. Inner Moka then gains a deadpan look. You know, don't you? Stated Inner Moka. Naruto nods his head. He then rolls Inner Moka on the side of the bed, sitting up with his legs crossed. Naruto runs his hand through his blonde spiky hair. The leader of the Public Safety Commission is Q. He's a member of the Christian clan. He's after Tsukun, saw Naruto, shocking both Mokas. But I told Tsukun to leave or Q will kill him. I even threatened him. He should be gone within 2 hours. He will do anything to get Hus way, even torture the innocent, said Naruto. Moka couldn't believe this. Q Christian dh, she may not like him, nut, she didn't want him dead. Inner Moka growled, somehow Tsukun endanger them. But we won't stop just because Tsukun left, huh? Asked Inner Moka. Naruto nods his head. Even with Tsukun Baka out of the way, he's still going to attack you guys, cause he doesn't care. Even if Tsukun left, he still sees the newspaper club as a threat, stated Naruto. Inner Moka raised her eyebrow. From what she could tell, he wasn't explaining everything. Uzumaki-kun, you have a plan, don't you? Asked Inner Moka. Naruto nods his head. He then smirks. You bet, Chan, knowing Q the arrogant asshat he is. He'll most likely try to strike first, capturing you girls and torturing you for information about Tsukun, and Dio torture you cause he loves to. But my plan is attacking his base. You see, Q wouldn't accept you guys to attack his village, stated Naruto. Inner Moka raised her eyebrow at Naruto, giving him a questionable gaze. Are you sure that's a smart idea? I mean, I maybe be able to take them on, but I don't know about Yukari, Kurumu, or Mizore, stated Inner. Naruto just smirks. In normal cases I would say you guys are boned, but I managed to get Ruby and Jinai to join our fight but seemed to forget Vampire, Flameso, Datinet, and I will be joining you, said Naruto in a cool, collected tone. Inner Moka grins darkly. And I suppose I shouldn't turn back to Outer, correct, Uzumaki-kun? Asked Inner Moka. Naruto nods his hand, staring into her crimson eyes. Yeah, it would be dangerous if you changed back. And that bastard doesn't know I even changed the rosary, said a smirking Naruto. Inner Moka then gets up from the bed. So, what we waiting for? Asked Inner Moka, turning her head, looking at her boyfriend. Naruto just smirked at his bloodthirsty vampire girl. Calm down, waiting for someone, said Naruto. Inner Moka raised an eyebrow at the comment, but she did enjoyed his nickname for her suddenly. They hear knocking. Inner Moka raises her eyebrow, narrowing her eyes as her boyfriend grins at her. She opens the door. ABD to her shock, Yukari with a large bag is standing in front of her doorstep. What the hell are you doing? Asked Inner Moka. The young witch ignores the silvernet vampire, runs past her. She smiles widely at Naruto. Big bro, I miss you, exclaimed Yukari, dropping her bags and jumping to Naruto. Naruto smiles at his little sister figure. He opens his arms, hugging the small witch. He then rubs her scalp. She rubs her head against his chest. Naruto laughs, smiling down at the little girl. I miss you to Yukari-chan, said Naruto. Jumping at Naruto, he smiles at his sister figure. Naruto catches the young witch massaging her scalp. She rubs her head into Naruto's chest. He then looks at Inner Moka, noticing her jealous yet envious face. Jealousy is strong with this one, thought Naruto with a smirk. If he could see Moka's face, he would see her jealous and pouting face, wishing she was in her boyfriend's arms, snuggling to his lean and muscular chest. Inner Moka growls at the scene. She knew Yukari and Naruto saw each other like siblings, unlike Sukun, who saw the little girl in a perverted way. But that didn't mean she wasn't jealous. Since she wanted to feel his tone and muscular arms, she lets out a cough, gaining Naruto's and Yukari's attention. "Yukari, what are you doing here?" ordered Inner Moka, glaring at the young witch with her arms crossed under her breasts while tapping her foot, glaring at the young witch. Yukari starts to tremble in front of Inner Moka. She and the rest of the girls didn't really know Inner Moka since the only time they saw her was fighting, so they didn't really know her. It also didn't help that Inner Moka was quite intimidating, and if she had to be honest, she found Inner Moka's crimson eyes scary, and she always gave off this bloodthirsty vibe. Big bro, Naruto said I should come over since the safety committee might come after me since I'm an easy target. I agree with Big Bro, since I notice I'm an easy target, and unlike you, Kurumu-chan, and Mizore-chan, I don't have someone who usually spends time in my room, and I don't have someone powerful with me, so I'm here, grinned Yukari. Inner Moka nodded her head in an understanding tone. But why not go to Ruby's room? Asked Inner Moka with her eyebrow raised. She thought of all the people's rooms, she would either choose Ruby or her Naruto. Yukari rubbed the back of her hair, giggling nervously, something that she's seen Naruto does. I would have went to Ruby-senpai room, but I have no idea where her room is, said Yukari, blushing nervously. Moka giggled. Wow, if her hair was blonde and she had blue eyes, I would think she's Naruto-kun's little sister, thought Moka, finding a nervous Yukari cute. Inner Moka just clicked her tongue. And what, we're going to leave her here alone while we're fighting? Asked Inner Moka. She knew Naruto wouldn't just leave Yukari here unguarded while they're fighting. That just isn't the type of person he is, since he cares for her, and he will never endanger her. Naruto turned his attention to his girlfriend while still massaging Yukari's scalp. You're right, that's why I'm going to try a new technique I've been working on, said Naruto. He gets off the bed, making both Inner Moka and Yukari wondered about his new technique, seeing both girls giving him a questioning look. He then puts his hand in a tiger seal hand sign. Flame clone, yelled Naruto. Black cloud poofs into existence. When the cloud disappears, both girls are greeted to another. Both girls are left shocked. Wow, big bro. That's awesome, yelled Yukari, staring at the clone. The clone smirks at her, and she smirks back. Wow, this is so cool, bro. Bowed is he exactly? Asked Yukari. Naruto looks towards his sister figure and smirks at her. This is my flame clone. It's a technique that allows me to create a clone with my own flames. The only way to destroy it is causing serious damage, said Naruto. So, while we're fighting, this clone will watch Yukari? Asked Inner Moka. Naruto nods. She then smirks. She grabs Naruto's arm, leading both of them outside. She honestly was looking for a good fight, and she couldn't wait any longer. She turned her head facing the clone and smirks to him. You clone, watch her while Uzumaki-kun and myself fight, ordered Inner Moka. The clone gave salute. Yukari then looks at the clone. So what are we going to do now that Naruto and Inner-san gone to fight Q? Asked Yukari, looking at the clone with curious eyes. The clone smirked at the little witch. Wanna play dead or alive? 5, grinned the clone. Yukari grins back at the clone, nodding her head. With Flameso, Ruby, Jinai, Kurumu, Datinet, and Mizore. Each of the monsters are standing in front of the safety committee's building. They each had a determination look except for Flameso and Datinet, who are smirking darkly. Datinet has his arms crossed, glaring at the building, while Flameso and bouncing on the balls of his feet, shaking in anticipation and excitement. Flameso looks towards Jin and smirks to the werewolf. You know, wolf, it ain't too late to back out if you're scared, teased Flameso. Jin glares at Flameso, crossing his arms, snorts at the phoenix. Hell no, I ain't backing down. These bastards cause so much pain, and there's no way I'm letting them get away with it, said Jin, having his teeth turn into canine-like fangs. Ruby and Mizore smiled at this, while Flameso, Datinet, and Kurumu grinned. That's what I wanted to hear, grinned Naruto with a bloodthirsty look in his eyes. Flameso honestly wanted to storm in and kill every single monster within that building, but he had to wait for Naruto and Inner Moka to arrive. Where the hell are they? I want to fight already. I'm so bored. I know damn well Datinet is bored. Probably bored out of his mind, thought Flameso. As the male phoenix complains about being bored, he can't help but wonder where the hell his best friend is and his vampire girlfriend. But it seemed like a certain female ravenet which decided to voice everyone's question. Where's the blonde Christian and Silvernet vampire? Ruby looks towards everyone. Does anyone know where Naruto-san and Inner-san is? Asked Ruby. Everyone shakes their head negatively. She then sighs. I wondered where they can be. Thought out loud. Flameso then smirks widely. They're here, grinned Flameso, and just like Flameso said, a portal appeared. Naruto and Inner Moka walked out. Flameso smirks at them. About time you're funkin' here. I was getting impatient, said Flameso. Naruto just wave off his best friend. I'm here now. Now let's start the assault. Oh, and everyone slice and dice, said Naruto, grinning at his friends' each grin. Ruby smiles. She pulls out her wand. As a witch, Ruby uses a more intricate staff of sorts than Yukari's immature wand. This staff appears to be slightly larger than an ordinary wand but much smaller than a full-blown staff, with a metal-like handle and a purple gem in the center of the loop made by the staff's body. Kurumu then transforms into her succubus form. She has purple wings and tail, as well as long fingernails and claws. Jin transforms into a werewolf. His appearance changes to that of an anthropomorphic wolf. Mizore transforms, but her appearance does not change when she transforms into a Uchiha. However, her hands become wrapped in ice, becoming ice claws. Sometimes her hair also transforms to ice. Datinet transforms into his Baskerville form. Flameso transforms into his phoenix form. His body is covered in red, white, yellow, and blue flames. He changes size to 7 feet 10 inches tall, and he had flaming wings that are 6 feet long. Naruto transforms. His eyes change from blue to orange. His pupils become slitted. The whisker-like markings on his face become thicker to resemble the trigram, and the chakra shroud's shape alters to resemble a full-length haori. Naruto's hair changed, resembling that of a fox ears, and at the end of his haori, it also resembled 9 tails. Even is amazed at Naruto's true form. So hot, thought inner Moka. Every other girl had the same thought. Naruto smirks at everyone. He turned his attention to Flameso and Datinet. How about you to knock on their door, said Naruto. Both Flameso and Datinet nod their heads, smirking. Datinet opens his mouth. Flameso raises his hand, pointing at the building. Blaze and dark technique. Burning quartz. Blaze y technica oscuro. La quema de quarzo, yelled Flameso and Datinet. Datinet shoots multiple onyx balls and Flameso shoots 3 gold flames at, creating a huge flaming chain of darkness and fire. When the attack hits the build, a huge explosion of darkness and flames erupted from the body. Both Datinet and Flameso made a whistle sound, or in Datinet's case a growled. I think we got their attention, grinned Datinet, causing Jin and Ruby to shake in fear at seeing his true form. Datinet's Baskerville form is truly something from a nightmare. Hell, Ruby still found his form scary. Ruby and everyone turned their attention to the burning building, seeing the members of the safety committee that survived, and Q with his clothes burnt. He has scowl, glaring at the people who dare attack the safety committee. You bastards, you'll pay for that. If you idiots want to die so soon, said Q. He then smirks evilly, showing his fangs. He then transformed into his battle form. Kill them, yelled Q. The rest of the safety committee charged at the newspaper club, while Jin, Kurumu, Mizore, Flameso, and Datinet charged at them with intent to kill the bastards for attempting to control the school and killing innocent monster. Naruto and Inner Moka stood behind, watching as Q walked to them. Naruto and Q glare at each other. Naruto smirked at Q. So, this is Q you've been talking about? You're right about he looks like he has a stick up his ass, said a smirking Inner Moka. She then grins at seeing the angry Q. Q grits his teeth at the insult. Shut your mouth, bloodsucker, growled Q. He turned his attention to Naruto. He then smirks, but I must feel honored that you, Naruto, would transform just to fight me, grinned Q, believing he can both Naruto and Inner Moka. Naruto just scoffs at his fellow Kishin. Don't kid yourself. The only reason why I transform was to show you ain't on my level, Kushonen Faku, funk boy. But the reason why I'm in this form is because this will be the last thing before I savagely kill you, scum. But you should know you're nothing but trash will always be trash no matter what, threatened Naruto in a dark tone while releasing killing intent. Inner Moka blushes at his cold side. If they weren't in the face of the enemy, she would kiss him and probably claim her hot blonde boyfriend. Q just scoffs at the head of the Kishin clan. That's where you're wrong, Naruto team. I will kill you, growled Q. Naruto just scoffed at Q. Naruto raised his hand and pointed his finger at Q. Naruto smirked at Q, whirling wind gaze. Viento Torbellino gaze, said Naruto. The blonde Uzumaki shots 3 wind arrow blasts at Q, hitting the cruel Kishin in his chest, sending him flying away. Naruto turns to Inner Moka. Both nod their head at each other. They both run up at Q, who still hasn't stopped flying. Inner Moka jumps in the air and drop kicks him in the face, causing Q to cough blood. He glares at Inner Moka angrily. Kitsunobi, Foxfire, yelled Kuyoa's HR shots Inner Moka with his yokai flame. She falls back and glares at him. She disappears, shocking Q. He narrows his eyes. He looked left, raised his hand, catching Inner Moka. He then tightens his grip. You're strong, Moka. But I'm stronger, taunted Q. Encases his fist in fire. Now die, vampire fire fist, yelled Q. But before he could burn her face off, Naruto runs at Q. He springs himself off the ground, going for corkscrew kick. Watch out, lil bitch, fox flame kick. Kitsunen Kiku, yelled Naruto, nailing Q in the chest, breaking 5 of his ribs. Q growls at Naruto and hates son of a bitch vortex of fire yelled Q shooting. Q unleashes a swift surge of Yoki, which is then drawn to the tips of his tails, and generates a swirling array of 5 fireballs, with the central orb circled by 4 smaller ones. Naruto smirks at this. He open his mouth. Let's see whose flames are greater, mine or your trash almighty fox godly flame of shining light. Kagayaku Hikari no Zen no Fukusaki Kanaen, yelled Naruto. Naruto shouts a giant gold flaming fox. Think Odi when Madara used hid fire jutsu PN the Shinobi Alliance. The giant fox overwhelms Q's own attack and burns. Q wasn't the only one in the line of fire. His subordinates also got turned to ash from the intense heat. With Flameso. Flameso is staring down at a serpent-like creature. The serpent has the tail of a snake but the upper body of a muscular man. Next to the serpent creature is Monster, who looks like Matthias from the Scorpion King. Next to him was a giant red troll with a spiked club, and next to the troll was a female blue goblin. The female goblin smirked at Flameso. Give up, bird boy, you're outnumbered, said in an arrogant yet beefy tone. Flameso just grinned at this. Outnumber, yes, but outmatched not. Even Green Goblin taunted Flameso. The troll growled at being looked down on. He swung his giant club, smashing Flameso. All of them cheered at killing Flameso. But their cheering soon died down when they noticed Flameso lifting the club. He smirks at the troll. Flameso raises his right arm and punches the club. Once he punches the club, it splits in half. Flameso grins at this. You know, I'm aching for a battle, said Flameso. He then rushes at the troll, punching the giant on the chest. Phoenix fist. Fenikusaken, whispered Flameso. A large flaming bird head rockets through the troll's chest, causing the troll to cough out blood. Flameso looked amorous at the fact the troll is still alive. So you still get some fight in you, stated Flameso. Flameso rolls left, dodging the acid blast aimed o'er his head. He turns around and is greeted to the 9-foot-tall snake creature angrily. Damn bird, I'll kill you, said the serpent in deep death-like voice. The lage serpent charges at Flameso with intent of ending the phoenix's life. He then slashes at Flameso, trying to rip open his throat. Flameso dodges right, avoiding the attack. The serpent slashes again with quick fury strikes. Unfortunately for the snake, Flameso avoids all the strikes. Flameso backflip behind the snake while being in midair. Flameso gives the serpent a side kick to the head, cracking the serpent's jaw. The serpent hits the hard ground. He then growls in anger. The snake wraps its tail around Flameso's leg, but Flameso pulls his leg back, sending the serpent towards him. When the serpent reaches him, Flameso grabs onto the serpent's face and slams him hard in the ground. Shadow appears behind Flameso. The phoenix smirks. He turns around, raising both hands. Shining Nova Spiral Vortex. Shiningu Nova Superior Yuzu. Flameso gathers yokai energy into both of his fists, encasing them into light yokai energy. Flameso fires the swirling beam of yokai blast at the troll's torso, is then obliterated, and then there were 3, stated Flameso. The 3 monsters glared in anger at Flameso. The scorpion charges at Flameso with the intent to piece his chest with his pinchers, but Flameso flies up in the air, avoiding the goblin and the serpent fire a blast of fire and acid, but Flameso disappears, appearing behind both the serpent and goblin. Flameso grabs both of their faces and melts them. He then glares at the serpent. Yahoo go! Babe, yelled Kurumu, who's jumped down next to her boyfriend. Flameso smirks. Had his blue-net girlfriend had fun, babe? Asked Flameso. Kurumu blushes at his phoenix form, finding him even hotter. With a dark blush across her cheeks, she nods her head. Yeah, babe, I and Mizore just got done finishing some of the goins off. I used my charm to make them kill their friends while Mizore froze them. Mizore is helping Datinet, so I thought, why not help my Flameso-koi, said Kurumu. Flameso smirks at this. Okay, if you want to help, follow my lead, asked Flameso. Kurumu nods to her boyfriend Flameso, and Kurumu flies towards the serpent. They each give the snake a powerful corkscrew punch, catching the snake off guard. They fly around behind him. They both fly flow, pushing the snake off the ground and in the air. They then give the snake thrust kick, sending him even higher. They then savagely give a fury of punches and kicks which are blinding fast. The snake coughs out blood, feeling as if his organs have been turned inside out. They both fly above him. They grab each other's hands. They then start spinning, looking like a flaming drill ascendance from heaven. Tenga Kakara no Yusei, yelled Flameso and Kurumu. Once come in contact with the snake, they pierce right through him. They then fly to the ground. Flameso looks at Jin and Ruby, seeing they've taken care of the monsters. He then turned to his girlfriend. Seems like the only one left is Q. He'll soon be dead, stated Flameso. He then turns off his phoenix mode and hugs Kurumu from behind, nibbling on her neck. How about after this is all over we can go on a date, whispered Flameso, sending chills down the succubus back. Kurumu nods her head. With Naruto and inner Moka versus Q. Naruto is grinning at Q, whose eye is closed, one hand and has 3 tails. Naruto, who has Q ripped off tail, throws it at Q. Inner Moka smirks darkly at Q. She has a couple burns and bruises. Is the widow pup mad? Well, don't worry, you'll die very soon. Moka, let's go! Yelled Naruto. Inner Moka nods her head and then smirks. Right, let's kill this funker, growled Inner Moka. Her and Naruto charge at Q. Naruto gives Q a viscous right hook, forcing Q teeth to fall out. Inner Moka charges with her knee. She slams her knee into his face, causing the 3-tailed Kishin to choke on his own blood. This attack broke his nose. She grabs his head with both hands and brings his head down, and viciously kneeing Q. She could hear his jaw cracking at brute force of the attack. This also left Q in a daze. Both Naruto and Inner Moka to the opportunity to give Q the hands and the worst beating of his life. Inner Moka sends quick, fast, devastating punches and kicks to his rib cage, completely destroying it. While Inner Moka destroys his rib cage, Naruto was punching Q, cracking his back. Inner Moka pulls back her leg, focusing her vampiric yokai into her leg, and Naruto pulls back his fist, encasing his fist in Kishin yokai vampiric death hell /QB, almighty judgment of doom, Kyuketsushur Jigaku /QB, Duma no Zen no Henketsu. Yelled. Both Kishin and Vampire swung their attack on the dazed Q. When both fist and leg connected with Q, it caused a huge yokai explosion of Kishin fire and vampiric dark energy. Once the explosion dies down, they see Q with 3rd degrees burned and half of his face burned off. Q glares. He raises his hand and throws a fireball at the 2. Inner Moka charges at the fireball and kicks it back Q, causing him to fall on the ground. Q pants from the vicious beating he'd gotten from Naruto and Inner Moka. He then grits his teeth in hatred. No, this can't happen, I won't die. Not here. Not now, yelled Q, angry and a hint of fear, who still can't comprehend at how he's losing. Naruto glared at Q. He raised his hand, forming his favorite move, Rasengan. Well, tough beat, bitch. This is your end, you're going to die here and now, but you should feel lucky you're the first person coming to use this technique on, said Naruto. The blonde Kishin gathers fire yokai into his Rasengan, turning into a miniature sun. Naruto charges at Q with his new Rasengan. Naruto slams his Rasengan on Q's face. This is my brand new technique, Fire Rasengan, Kasai Rasengan. Databeo, yelled Naruto. The Fire Rasengan, the flaming sphere, grinds Q's face. Q is then rocketed to the destroyed building. When the Fire Rasengan hits the building, a huge dome of fire releases, burning and incinerating everything. As the fire dies down, leaves a giant crater, leaving nothing in sight. Everyone is shocked at Naruto technique, each of them happy he's on their side. Jin smiles at the death of the cruel fox. We did it. We did it! Yelled a happy Jin. He then collapsed on the floor from the intense fight. Kurumu lays her head against Flameso's arms. Mizore lays her head on Datinet's lap. Suddenly they hearing cheering. Everyone turn around, seeing all the students. Yahoo, way to go Naruto, yelled a student. Datinet, you kick-ass, yelled a female student. Jin-senpai, you're the man, yelled a student. Flameso, you rock, man, yelled a female student. You're our hero, Naruto, yelled another student. Hell yeah, you're the man, yelled a student. Big bro Naruto, you killed his butt, said Yukari with a flame clone next to her. You guys rocked, yelled some students. Flameso, Datinet, Naruto, have my baby, yelled few of the female students. This angered Inner Moka, Outer Moka, Kurumu, and Mizore. Face turned red with anger. Mizore gets up from Datinet's lap and makes out with him, forcing her tongue into his mouth, but Datinet welcomed it. Kurumu grabbed the back of Flameso's red locks and pulled him down, smashing her lips against his. Inner Moka grabs Naruto's face, makes out with her boyfriend. She pulls away, licking the saliva. She smirks at Naruto. I think someone wants to see you, Naruto-kun, said Inner Moka in a seductive tone. She digs in her pocket, takes off her rosary, and clips it back, concealing away her vampire self. She turns to Outer Moka. The pinknet tackles Naruto, catching him off guard. She buries her head into his neck. I was so worried about you, Naruto-kun. I thought you'll get hurt. Facing Kusan, said Moka with tears running down her beautiful face. Naruto pulls Moka away and carcasses her cheek with his hand. He looks into her green eyes. Moka-chan, don't worry, I'm here. So, there's no need to cry, okay? Asked Naruto in soothing tone. She nods her head, staring at Naruto's lips. She then captures Naruto's lip with her own. To say the kiss was incredible would be an understatement. It was awesome. It felt like a bunch of fireworks had just been set off. Both Naruto and Moka pull away, feeling the need for air. She then smiles sweetly at Naruto with her cheeks crimson. She launches at Naruto again, but not at his lips but for his neck. This caused an outrage from the female population of school. A week has gone by and everything has gone back to normal now that Safety Public Committee is destroyed. The only thing that has changed is Tsukun is no longer at Yokai Academy. Naruto, Datinet, and Flameso walk in class and they are greeted to their girlfriends. Kurumu jumps, "Oh, Flameso," he catches his blue-net girlfriend. "Baby, I missed you," exclaimed a cheerful Mizore hugs Datinet from behind. How she appeared behind him no one knows. "Boyfriend, I missed you," said Mizore. Moka hugs Naruto. She then sucks his blood. "Having some quick breakfast, ain't we?" said Naruto. Moka pulls away and buries her face in Naruto's chest. Yup, a normal day at a school for monsters and made by monsters. So this part ends here. Alright, that's it for today's video, guys. Let me know in the comment section how was the story. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I will meet you in another video. Bye bye.